Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of Shopware 6 Return Merchandise Authorization plugin. Using this plugin, the store owners will be able to manage product returns, exchange and order cancellations very easily. Written merchandise authorization is one of the important components of your success in the online market. In this, the customers can request to return an order or products, as well as the store owner can place returns for the customers, and that's why it is important for both the merchants as well as the customers there. Using this plugin, the customers as well as the guest users will be able to create an RMA request for returning a product or for refund as required. So all in all, this particular plugin allows the customers and the admin to communicate at the store end. Customers can upload return images. The admin can set the order status for return. The admin can manage return status as well as reasons as per the requirement there. The admin can generate RMA on behalf of the customers. Dynamic order selection with various options at the customers as well as at the admin's end. Customer and the admin have the option to select pickup address as well. Admin can define which type of return applies to a product, whether it's a refund, replace or a repair. Admin can see the conversation history of all of the return requests. The admin can send message or revert back to the customer for their messages for the RMAs that they have generated. Guest users can also request a return and much more. But before I proceed further with this particular video tutorial today, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. So in today's video tutorial, I'll be taking you through the workflow at the customer's end, wherein I'll be showing you how the return details appear on the product page, how the customers can generate a return request for a placed order, how the customers can view the return details. Apart from that, we'll also be seeing the guest end as well, how the guest customers would be able to generate the RMAs for their guest orders that they have placed. And on the admin's end, we'll see the initial configuration settings, how to add RMA to products, how to create RMA accept types, how to manage reasons, how to waive return requests, and how to set up the RMA return status as well. So let's get ahead and let's see how the Shopware 6 Return Merchandise Authorization plugin works. So right now you can see that I'm on one of the products, that's the bicycle product, and here to the right of the reviews we have the return option. So if I tap on the return option, I can see the validity, the days from the placing of the orders within which we can go for the RMA for the product. Here is 10 days from the order. The return reasons for this particular product are wrong item shipped, product didn't match, bought the wrong item, broken product delivered, product no longer needed, and order error. Now these can be set up while the admin is adding the RMA to a particular product. At that time, the return reasons can be set up and the accept types can be also set up for a particular product that would then be visible to the customers when they are generating an RMA for that particular product itself. Now the validity can be set up in the configuration settings of the plugin itself, and the validity that you have set up would be visible here. So right now we have set it for 10 days from the placing of the order itself. Now you can see that I've already logged into my customer account, and here I have one return section. So after I've generated a RMA request, all of the requests would be visible under the return section. So let me show you the return section. So tapping on the return section brings up the return history, and from here we can view any particular history of a return that we have generated. So now let's see how the customers would be able to generate the return request. So for that, I'll just go to the one of the categories there, that's the RMA category, and here I'll be adding one product into the cart, that's the bicycle product, and I'll be making a checkout thereafter. So here I'll accept the terms and conditions, and I'll tap here on the submit order button. So that was how the return details appear on the product page, and now let's see how the customers can generate a return request for a placed order. So the order has been placed, the order number is 10015 as you can see here. Now what I can do is, for example, I purchased the particular product and I found that the product was broken and I want a replacement of the product. Now for that I can generate an RMA. What I need to do is I need to go to my orders section. Here's the order number 10015. I'll wave it up. Here I'll find one return button as you can see. So I'll tap on the return button. That would bring up the new return information section as you can see here. So here I have to select my order number, that's the 10015. Here are the products within the same. If there are multiple products within the order, all of those products would be listed here, and you can select the ones that you want to have the returns requested for, replacements required for. So I'll select the particular product that I want to replace. I'll select the quantity here. I'll choose the reason, broken product delivered. I'll choose the accepted type as whether replace, refund or repair. I'll go with the replacement of the product there. If I have any product images that I want to upload, I can upload those images as well by tapping here on the upload button and selecting those images. The images would then be visible to the admin in the admin backend panel. So for example, let's tap here on the upload button, and I'll be uploading one image here for the demo purpose. So I'll select this banner image for the demo purposes there. Then I'll choose my pickup address for the product that is broken from the drop down. If I have some additional information that I want to send to the admin there, I can basically enter that information here. For example, broken product need replacement. If I have a consignment number, if the product was delivered, then I need to enter the consignment number as well. I have to read and agree to the terms and policies. Now the written policy can be set up in the configuration settings of the Rma plugin itself in the backend panel. So the same is visible here to the customers then. And then we have to tap here on the request a return button. Now after we have requested the return, you can see that we are now under the return section automatically. Here's the order number, product is bicycle, the date and the time. Now from here I can view the particular return. So here is the product name, the price, the status is pending, the reason is broken product delivered, accepted type is replacement, the quantity is 1, the total is $213.52. So from here, if I want, I can cancel the return as well by tapping on the cancel return button. Here is the additional information that we had entered, broken product need replacement, the pickup address is there. If I want, I can send the message to the admin as well. Kindly check this replacement request and do the needful, and I can tap here on the submit button thereafter. Now the same message would then be visible to the admin as well in the backend panel there. So here you can see that I've requested the RMA, and here are the details of the RMA. Now this was how the registered users can generate a return request for a placed order now, and how they can view the return details there. Now let's hop onto the admin backend panel and let's see how the admin would be able to view this particular return request in the admin backend panel. For that, we'll be logging into the Shopware backend panel by entering the username, password and tapping on the login button. Now after the successful installation of the Shopware 6 RMA plugin, we need to navigate through settings, extensions, and here we'll find different options like Webkul RMA accept type, RMA configuration, RMA product, RMA return reasons, RMA return request and the RMA return status. So we'll go to the RMA return request to check the particular requests that have been raised by the customers for the different orders there. So here's our order number 10015, number of products is 1, additional information is broken product need replacement, and from here the admin can check the written details, view the conversation and set up the payment details for the return product as well. So under the return details, the admin will find the order number, the additional information, the name of the customer, the consignment number, the pickup address, return image can be viewed by the admin, and the same image that the customer had uploaded while generating the RMA there, and the details here, product name, return quantity, reason, accept type is replacement has been set by the customer, status is pending. From the actions column, the admin can now make it to processing and complete it as per the requirement there. Now after the request has been generated, the admin will send someone as per the requirement there to pick up the order. After picking up the order there that needs to be replaced, when it reaches the admin can set the status is processing there, and then when the admin sends a new product to the customer, at that time when the customer receives the shipment, the admin can make this RMA request as completed, right? So you can change the status from here. Now let's go back. So for the order number 10015 here, we have checked the return details. Now let's check the conversation. Kindly check this replacement request and do the needful. Now the admin can respond back to the customer. Okay, checking the request, will update you soon, and can send the particular message back to the customer there. Now on the customer's end, under the particular return section, on the particular orders return details, I can refresh the page, and here we can see the particular message, okay, checking the request, will update you soon. Now here you can see that the status is pending right now. Now if the admin wants, what the admin can do is, let me cancel this out, let me can go back, tap here, go to the return details. After receiving the defected product there, the admin can set this the status of the RMA as processing. The status will be changed. Now if we refresh the status here from pending to processing, it would be shown processing, as you can see. Now the admin would send out the replacement back to the customer there, and after the customer receives the shipment there, at that time the status of the return request can be set to completed. So that's how the customer can also have a chit chat within the particular requested return web details section there with the admin, and can view the status of the RMA as well. And now let's go back. Here the admin also has the payment section. So if I go to the payment here, I can set the remark for the payment, return replacement for the order, and I can set the transaction ID of the payment that the customer had made, and I can tap here on the submit button, and the particular details would be saved here for the transaction there. Let me cancel this out. So here you can see that the date edit, transaction ID, and the remark is return replacement for the order there. That's how we can, or the admin can easily view the particular RMA request in the admin backend panel. Can view the return details from the return details section, how he can view the details of the return, and how he can set the status of the RMA there. Now from here we can make it as completed after the replacement has been sent out and received by the customer there. And the same is reflected here. The status would be set up from processing to completed after I refresh the page here, and you can see that the action is completed, except type was replaced, the replacement has been done there. Replacement done can be sent out, the message can be sent by the admin to the customer there, or by the customer basically to the admin, and the admin can then view the particular one by going back, tapping on the three dots on the right hand side for the respective RMA, go to the conversation, replacement done, okay, thanks, and admin can respond back to the request message there as per the requirement there. Now let's see how the guest user can request for an RMA. For that, I'll just log out of this particular section here from the customers account panel, and I'll go to the RMA section, and I'll add this product into the cart, and I'll proceed to the checkout thereafter. Here I'll select do not create a customer account. I'll enter the details here. I'll choose the street address, rest of the details there. So pete@webkul.com is the guest user email address. I'll tap here on the continue button. I'll just select the salutation there, and I'll tap here on the continue button. I'll accept to the terms and conditions, and I'll place the order. So pete@webkul.com, and the order number is 10016. Now I'll just go back to the shop. I'll close the guest session. I'll tap here. I'll go to the return option. You can see that I have not logged into my customer account, so I'll tap here on the return. I'll tap here on the new return. I'll enter the email address of the guest, the order number. I'll tap here on the submit button. So here are the details of the product. From here we can select the quantity, select the return reason, select the return type, replace, refund or repair as per the requirement there. Choose the pickup address, enter the additional info. Add the consignment number if any, and tap on the request to return button. So you can see that your return has been successfully placed. Now to check the return details, I can enter the email once again. I can enter the order number, submit. I can see the details of the RMA that the guest customer has generated. I can tap here on the view button. I can cancel the return, or I can message the admin for the particular RMA that I have generated. Product no longer needed. The status is pending, and we want a refund for this. And the rest of the procedure goes same as per the guest, as per the registered user. The rest of the workflow goes as per this same there. So this was as per the guest user. Now let's hop on to the admin backend panel and let's see what different configuration settings are there in the admin backend panel. So under settings we have extensions. Under extensions we have gone through the Webkul Rma return request, where we can find all the return requests generated by the guest users or by the registered users. By tapping that up, we can find the details of the same under this particular section. So here you can see the details of the same. The order number 10016 by the guest user is also visible here. Now coming back to settings, extensions. Now let's check the how to create the accept types by the admin. So for that we'll go to the accept type. So here we can create repair, replace, refund. To add a new one, you can tap here on the add new button, type in the name of the accept type, make it as active, save it up, and that particular RMA accept type would be listed here and would be visible to you while you're adding an RMA to a particular product. At that time you can select these, from these you can select the RMA accept type for the respective product to which you are adding the RMA there. Now coming back, then extensions, then we have the RMA product. Before coming to the RMA product, let me show you how we can create the return reasons. So for that we have to go to the RMA return reasons section. Here you can create the different reasons that can be selected by the customer. To create a new reason, tap on the create new reason, enter the name of the reason, make it as active, tap on the save button to save the particular one, and that would be listed here. Now let's see how the admin would be able to assign or add RMA to a particular product. For that you need to go to the RMA product, and here for example we have the bicycle product. I'll edit it up. So what you need to do is you have to search for the product and then you have to choose the return reasons. Tapping that up would bring up the complete list of reasons that you have already created. From those you can select the reasons. Then you can choose the accept types, whether replace, refund or repair. All of the created accepted types would be displayed here and you can choose any one of them. Make this as active for the particular product and tap on the save button to save the same. Let me show you that once again. To add RMA to a new product, just tap here on the add new button. From the drop down, select the particular product, choose the RMA reasons. From the list of complete RMA reasons that you have created, choose the accepted types from the ones that you have created, make it as active and tap on the save button. Main product, free shipping with high lighting. We have added the RMA to the product there. Now coming back to the extensions, we have gone through the accept type, RMA product, RMA return reason, RMA return request. Now we have the RMA return status. So from here you can set up the RMA, you can create the different statuses for the RMA there. To create a new status, you can tap here on the create status button, enter the status name, choose the color, make it as active or inactive as per your own requirement, and the particular status would be set up here. and these statuses would be then visible to the admin while he is viewing a particular what we say as the RMA and checking the RMA details. For example, here we have failed processing, complete, cancelled, pending. If I go to settings, extensions, RMA return request, tap on a particular RMA, return details. On the return details, if I scroll down here, I can find the ones that I had created. The different statuses for the RMA that I had created are visible here under this particular section for selection as per the requirement there. Now coming back, now we are left here with the RMA configuration. So if I go to the RMA configuration, here we can choose the sales channel where this RMA setting would be applicable to. We can add the extensions supported separated by commas for the attachments for the attachment of the product image that the customer is going to upload along with the RMA when he's going to generate the RMA there at that time. So after that we can set up the maximum files that can be added, the maximum file size per file, days to return the product. So if you remember, we were seeing the days to return the product as 10 at the front end. So if I go to the particular bicycle product, so here I go to the return 10 days from order. The same can be set up from here. If I set it to 5 days, for example, if I set it to 6 days, I tap here on the save button and I refresh the page, then this should show 6 days. Then now you can see that it is showing 6 days from the order. So this can be set up from this. Then we have the return policy that would be visible to the customers while they are generating a RMA request there. The same can be set up from this particular section itself. And lastly, you just need to tap here on the save button to save the configuration settings. So yes, that was much about the Shopware 6 return merchandise authorization plugin, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the workflow at the registered users and the guest users and how the admin can view the RMAs, how he can change the status of the RMAs, how the customer as well as the guest user can converse with the admin on the generated RMA using the messages there as well. And apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And if you still have any questions, queries, suggestions or requirements regarding this particular plugin, then you can anytime get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you can raise a ticket at webkul.ubdesk.com as well. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video and have a great day ahead.